Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween. It's actually not too terrible outside today for a fall day. You never know how Halloween's going to be. It might be freezing, snowing. It could be shorts weather or somewhere in between. Today, I think it's somewhere in between. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. A little cool, but really nice. And while I was outside today, I got some inspiration from leaves. I love fall leaves. The colors, they're just so beautiful. And so I wanted to show you. Usually, when I've gone for walks outside, I grab the leaves and I run them through my laminator. Just make laminated sheets, right? And then I can fussy cut them out and still kind of preserve the leaf. But you can kind of see they get some air pockets and things, and it's okay, but I'm not super happy. I've been seeing people do eco dyeing, and I saw somebody say you could press eco dye, so I thought I'd give that a shot. I went on this walk, and it was too warm for my hat. I had my hat on, and it was too warm. I took my hat off, and actually was filling it with leaves. I'm like, people probably think I'm crazy. But I did some eco dyeing. So here you can see this was me taking leaves that I picked up off of the ground, and I ran them through. I took a piece of paper, folded it up, right, and then ran it through my die cutting machine. And that made these kind of subtle prints on paper. So I had some really cool eco-dyed paper. I tried different kinds of papers to see what would really work the best. I found that this is just regular copy paper that I had actually lightly coffee dyed. You can barely see the coffee dye, but I had coffee dyed it, and I had it sitting around and just ran it through. But like I said, I tried lots of things. This was a book page from a book. This one turned out pretty nice. I did some different music sheets that turned out pretty good also. So that was that, to kind of preserve the leaves. And then I thought, what else could I do? So then I went really crazy. And I did some Google research to say, what could I, if I press a leaf, which I ran all of this giant stack of leaves through my die cutting machine to press them flat. If you press leaves, how long would they last? And one of the things I found was that if you put some Mod Podge on, you can actually have them last for quite some time, which I thought would look so much better than running them through my laminating machine and making these plastic sheets. Although I figured they'd probably go better after I had crushed them, because usually when I do the laminator sheet, I don't... Here's another laminating one. These ones look pretty good. I don't usually press them first. I just run them through the laminator. So I kind of laminate and press at once. And I thought, well, these might work better in the laminator because I've already flattened them. But I decided to try something new. So let me show you some samples here. And they're not quite done. But here's what I did. Look at these. It is just a portion of the ones that I did that I'm super excited about. So I flattened them out, and I put, I just used this regular paintbrush and Mod Podge. My Mod Podge, when I buy it, I usually dilute it with some water too, so this is diluted down a little bit. And just coated it. And then I thought, well, that looks really nice. It brings up the veining, but I wanted even more. So because you can't live life without some sparkle, I have this ultra fine glitter. This is Elizabeth Craft Designs Silk Microfine Glitter. So super fine glitter. And I thought, well, maybe if I do this when the Mod Podge is still wet, it will stick in there, which it did. So I used this kind of coppery color. I have a gold color. I even did, I have like a chocolatey brown. I even on some of them did a little bit of like a aqua where the leaves are really dark, just for surprise. So this one here is actually 2 coats. A coat of Mod Podge with the glitter, let it dry. Then I did a second coat of Mod Podge over the top. Now what I'll do, just to kind of show you how I do it, is coat the back. The back hasn't been coated. I would say probably at least 2 coats on the back as well. I'm not sure. But I like this because it's, you know, you put on a relatively thin coat and it's going to be a little more flexible. I don't have to fussy cut it. So if this works, it's going to be so much nicer than those plastic sheets, right? So now it's just coated and I'll just set it off to dry. Right, this is just a non-stick mat. So I'll set this over here just for now. Right, and I'll do another one. And I've got this little rag so I can wipe off my mat, then I'm not getting weird splotches of the decoupage on the other side. Right, or the Mod Podge. They do make a matte one if you didn't like the shiny, but I like the shiny. I'm fine with it. You can also take like a microfine sandpaper or steel wool even, and once the Mod Podge is dry, you can rough it up a little bit if you don't like the sandiness. So there's choices. I even thought with this, once I was done, some of them I might take, and I'll show you what I'm thinking here in a second. Let me finish covering this. Right, so super easy. I'll do a thin coat. I'll let that dry a little bit. Then I'll do another thin coat. Then I'll just think about if I want to put one more on the front or what I want to do. All right, water-based, easy peasy. Okay, so I'll set that off to dry. That'll dry. And I just did like all different kinds, right? You can see the glitter on that. Look at what the spots on it. And when I covered it with the Mod Podge, it kind of made those things pop out even more. So I just thought that was really cool, right? Plus they've got these varieties of glitter, a little red, a little gold, a little coffee. This one has lots of red in it. And you can't see the color really quite so well, but for sure you can in person. Here, this one was a green leaf. Again, when I covered it, it really made those veins pop out. Here's, I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but here's a different one. Right, and you can just see the shine and the sparkle. Right, plus then they have those cool eco dyed papers, which is fun. I also did some, if I can find one. I did some where I sprayed them with a mica powder mist instead too, just again for something kind of fun to try. This is one of them. Again, it just kind of looks like glitter, but this is a mica powder mist that I sprayed. So just really fun and cool, and I think so much better at the end of the day than these with the air pockets and then trying to fussy cut them. So we'll see how long they last, but it was certainly fun to do them. And then I'm thinking for some of them, so a couple of things. I could do, I have these distress crayons. Yes, I know I am fancy, Trista. For some of these, I could use this crayon and rub it on, and it would make the veins and things pop out even more. So that would add some extra texture. So I might do that. That's just a distress crayon. I could certainly put some ink on if I wanted to ink them. But what I thought might be fun to try is I have these distress embossing glazes. These are clear, so they are like a tinted clear, and since the leaves are already shiny, and this, it's like a plastic essentially, once it melts, this will even reinforce the leaves a little bit more. So I might even try this on some of them. It'll be a trick to see what the hot glue gun does, because you do have to heat it. But I thought that might be fun to try as well. I have a few different colors of this. Trista wants to know what I'm doing. Well, who knows what I'll do with them. Probably collage with them. I make lots of scrapbook albums. These would be a super cool, like, background glued in a scrapbook album. I just finished making a Halloween book, like a mini album. So these would be really cool glued in pages in a mini album for fall. Lots of collaging I've done with them. Could even just put them in a shadow box frame. I've given them to people when I've done collage swaps and things too, so I think they're just cool, and it helps me kind of hold on to fall before fall ends. All right, and see that decoupage does make them a little bit stronger. I don't want to rip it too hard, but all right, see how that just kind of brings out, there's really good focus. Just brings out all the little like texture and flaws in the leaves. And I just think it's super cool. Right here's the one where I did the back of it. So you can see the back's already dry. If you put a nice thin coat of the decoupage, it dries pretty quick. So I'd probably put one more coat on. Then I'll just stick them. I have this ginormous binder of stuff that's all organized by topic. So I'd probably put these in a nice plastic envelope or bag and then stick them in my binder under nature. And I would keep that in there, and then when I'm looking for leaves for some kind of book or journal or scrapbook page, I would go there and grab these out. Now, yes, Trista, you should come craft with me. It's super fun. Someday when it's not so crazy, for sure. All right, so on my nature walk today, and just wanted to be inspired and enjoy the leaves, all my different kinds, right? Different shapes and sizes, and just really have, right, here's the other one where I coated the back. That's already dry. Have fun and kind of enjoy the last little bit of fall before it's gone and make something pretty. So we'll see how those go, but I thought that was fun. Maybe tomorrow I'll go for another walk and I'll try some other new things with new leaves. Who knows? But this did take me most of the day. Again, because I pressed them all flat first. So I got my cool Eco dyed papers. These will be, I'll use those in a journal for sure. I have a few of these, right? This one I think turned out really cool. Some, like I said, the copy paper, the cheap paper that I thought would work the poorest actually worked about the best. All right, so you can kind of see, and I think the juicier the leaf or the thicker it was, the better it worked. I even sprayed a little bit of water, I think, on this piece of paper to see if it would help absorb it more. But there you go. So I just wanted to show everybody kind of my fun activity of preserving a little bit of fall for a little while with these leaves. Thanks. Bye.